Hello and welcome back to the Baggies Podcast YouTube channel, where of course we're giving you all the latest news, views and opinions on all things Albion. We're back again today with another instant match reaction, giving you all the things that we learned from West Bromwich Albion 2, Coventry 1. A big win really for West Bromwich Albion at the Coventry Building Society Stadium. I mean, bouncing back and getting a win away from home for the first time in 6 away appearances. It's really nice to get back to winning ways and see us beat, I suppose, a local rival, we'll say. We're not calling it a derby or one of those, but it was a good win, to be honest, and we'll be talking about all those points from the game and also my thoughts on it and some things that I personally took away from it, as in things that we learned from the game as well. But before we get into this, make sure you subscribe to the Baggies Podcast YouTube channel, of course. On the road to 1,000 subscribers, I'm really hoping that we can get that done as soon as possible. So yeah, hopefully once we've done that, we can really progress and start to grow a bit more as a channel. But if you want to drop your comments with your thoughts on the game, be sure to do that below. I'm always listening and replying to all your comments in the comment section below, so be sure to do that. But yeah, without further ado, let's crack on. Let's get straight into this instant match reaction for West Bromwich Albion versus Coventry City. So let's crack straight on. I mean, I thought it was a relatively entertaining game. I thought there were plenty of times in the game where that it became almost like a basketball match. There was lots of end-to-end action between the teams, and there was a lot of real carving open of the defensive from both outfits. I thought that in terms of what I expected from Coventry, I didn't expect quite as much playing out from the back. Maybe that's probably because I haven't really watched Coventry as much as probably many people would have thought this season. I really haven't watched them at all, but I didn't expect them to play out from the back so much. And in a way, I thought that was quite a naive approach, really, from manager Mark Robins. I thought that perhaps that's the kind of mentality that Ismail goes in with to other opponents. Whereas I thought that Mark Robins did quite a similar thing, not in the style of play, but really in his mentality towards our team. Because our team will obviously, if you play out from the back against us, the chances are we will we will press and we'll win the ball high, and that happened several times throughout the opening few minutes. I thought that we pressed quite well on Coventry's back line, pressed as they tried to play out from the back, which I quite liked, and I quite enjoyed the way that we kind of did that. So I feel like that was quite a nice a quite nice touch really from Albion as the way we kind of moved forward and we kind of pressed. It's like we saw during the opening few games. Really, it was a bit of a, in the end, I suppose the scoreline I feel like that does flatter Coventry slightly in the fact that it looks a really close game and was for the last 5 to 10 minutes. But throughout the game, I feel like we did have a bit of a strong hold on what we were doing. I think we were confident with our play. And I thought we looked a bit more cohesive in terms of the midfield. Taylor Gardner-Hinkman stepping into the centre midfield role for the first time, which I did quite like. And I thought that was quite a nice idea from Val, because it just brings you a lot of energy in there if you've got a player such as him to just weave in and out of defenders. He's obviously a winger, so he's got that forward thinking momentum and forward thinking brain, whereas somebody I guess like Jake Livermore is a defensive midfielder by trade, so therefore would not have that forward thinking approach to the game. But Taylor Gardner-Hinkman, of course, did have that. He approached it very aggressively, and there were lots of challenges flowing in from him, and I really rate that from 19-year-old coming into men's football, quite a difficult league as well in the Championship. It's certainly not one that anybody would really envy him for coming straight into in terms of first professional appearances. So really nice from Taylor Gardner-Hinkman in there today. I'd probably give him the man of the match, actually. Maybe I'll give it to Kipre because he was very solid at the back. But I thought that Gardner-Hinkman was really good and he really stepped up to the plate. There were also several times where Alex Mowat got us out of jail in terms of their Coventry's cutback balls. He always seemed to be in the right place at the right time. Maybe that's something tactically that Val's tried to kind of implement. And I feel like that was a really good moment, really, from Taylor Gardner-Hinkman, the way that he just constantly was carrying the ball, and Alex Mowat alongside him, cutting out those cutback passes, cutting out play, and really absorbing the pressure from Coventry. And yeah, the first goal was really nice from Callum Robinson, picking out the loose ball in the middle and playing a really, really nice through ball first time to Colin Grant, who went through and showed us finishing that we quite frankly haven't seen for quite a few hours of football now. Whilst watching West Bromwich Albion, but we managed to get the goal. We managed to break a goal scoring duck and just keep with Colin Grant's really good goal scoring record. That is 9 for him now with Karlan Grant. So yeah, really pleased for him and really pleased that he managed to get on the score sheet in this particular game. Dean Garner was on the right wing. Again, he's not going to be good if he's playing in an inside forward role. He's going to be good if he's playing as an out and out winger. He's not. Apparently, he's told Valérien Ismaël that he wants to play on the right, not the left. So yeah, it's interesting from him, and it's interesting because I thought he'd want to play on the left, but yeah, I thought Dean Garner was a little bit missing again today. Came off after 55 minutes, which is 5 minutes earlier than Valérien Ismaël's usual substitutes, which I do have to praise him for. Not completely clockwork for this particular substitute. Kipre at the back was very solid as well. He's somebody that I wanted to highlight. What I learnt really with him is that he is very solid at his bringing the ball out from the back. I think he's really solid there, and I think that he's come on leaps and bounds, and to see him playing like he did when he played for Wigan is a really nice touch, and really great to see him playing in that particular manner, because he was really solid when he played for Wigan against West Brom. So it's nice to see him get in a game and nice to see him playing quite well again. But a person I'm gonna praise, and you may not like this, you may disagree. If so, leave your comment down below. I thought Jordan Hugill was quite good when he came on. I thought he was very good at relieving a bit of pressure by pressurising the opponent in the opposition half. There's several times where he got back to win the ball back off an opponent when they looked like they'd got past him, and sliding in and winning the ball back. So I really like that from Jordan Hugill. His work rate when he came on was particularly great, and I thought that was really nice from him to come on and do that really, and get some good first team minutes, and hopefully relieve a little bit of pressure from the crowd, because myself included has been on his back about that chance against Nottingham Forest. But thankfully, he did manage to come on and impress the fans a little bit more today. So yeah, fair play to Jordan Hugill. I thought that he was pretty decent. It was a good team performance in my opinion. I thought Coventry, as I said, were very naive, and the way that they came out to set their stall out was just not very tactically not really tactically kind of innovative by Mark Robins, to be honest. I thought he did. He came out and he obviously played the way that he wants to play, and that wouldn't have worked against a side like ourselves who like to press high. So I thought that was perhaps a little bit of a mistake from him, and maybe could have done a little bit better in that respect to try and combat our press. But I'm certainly not complaining. If he wants to give away the points in that manner, then he's more than welcome to do so. Yeah, I thought it was a really complete team performance. I was really pleased with that. Pleased with the way that we kind of got through the goal scoring issues as well, because that's been a big problem for Albion. Coming through, having so much XG and all that jazz, and we had 1.33 XG today and scored 2 goals, so we've overscored it. Second goal, I'm a little bit of touching on that. That was an own goal, but it was a handball from Kipre. Let's be fair, it was, and a VAR call would have seen that disallowed, unfortunately. So yeah, we can count ourselves a little bit lucky with that one. However, we can take it as it comes, because that is a decision that benefits us. We've had quite a few decisions that perhaps have gone against us over the past couple of seasons. Maybe it's quite nice to have one that goes towards us. So yeah, really pleased with that in the end from Albion, that we managed to get over the line, score 2, which is always beneficial and always nice to see. And yeah, I'm pleased to see that from Albion. I'm pleased to see us getting the 3 points on the ball, which is the most important thing for Albion, because we've struggled at times this season to score goals, especially over the past 5 games. And that's something I've learned from Albion, is that if we can keep the faith, keep the momentum, the crowd were great today, travelling away to Coventry. If we can keep that momentum going, then we can really be effective and start to really cause problems to the opposition, especially in the goal scoring department. So yeah, really pleased in the end with the performance, and hopefully you guys were pleased with it as well. Drop your comments below about what you thought of the game today. I'll be very grateful to hear what you have to say about that, because obviously it was a difficult game in the end towards the last 5 minutes, but managed to hold on. But certainly a very dominant performance, I'd say, from Albion in terms of creating chances, and I think it's a deserved victory for us. So drop your comments about that in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching this instant match reaction, talking about things that we've learned. We have learned that we can actually score, and we have got a good finisher in the side in Karlan Grant. So if you slot him through on goal more often, maybe you might find the ball hitting the back of the net a bit more frequently. But that does bring me to the end of the Baggies Podcast instant match reaction. I will see you in the next one. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.